Hey everyone, it's Traceface. I have a few minutes here that I wanted to jump on here real quick. Today's my busy day with sessions, but I wanted to jump on very quickly and read this email to you guys. It really warmed my heart, and I just wanted to make sure that I read this to you guys, that for those of you that are that might want to hear this. And Pete asked that I share this on the channel, so I'm going to read his email to all of you. And it brings up a really great point that I will go into when I'm finished reading this. Hi Trace, it's been exactly 3 months since I received coaching with you. I cannot even begin to tell you how much you've truly helped me with my recovery and healing. When I first reached out to you, I was very leery just because I'm a male, and it felt kind of weak, to be honest, asking for help. To be honest, it felt kind of weak, to be honest, to asking for help. But the more I watched your videos, the more I knew that I needed to reach out to you. Those 4 months I received coaching with you helped me to understand fully what I was dealing with and why I was hurting so much. I write this for the hopes that maybe you can share this letter on your channel. For anyone out there that is looking for some clarity and closure on what's happened to them with abusive people in their lives should reach out to Trace. 7 years ago, I was going to therapy with my ex-narc wife. I would also go on my own to a counselor. Not only did this licensed therapist not know what he was talking about in regards to my situation, but the advice I was given was beyond wrong for so many reasons. This therapist did not understand narcissism, not in the least. With Trace, I felt like you were not only getting the actual help, in which I desperately needed, but I felt like I was paying to have a friend. A friend that cared more than most I've ever had in my life. Trace, I just wanted to say thank you. Without your guidance, I honestly don't know where I'd be. I will continue to make donations to the channel now that I've received a promotion at work, and that was also another avenue that you helped me with. It worked because I just got promoted last week. Anyway, I couldn't wait to tell you that, along with my sincerest thank you to you and all that you have done for me in my life. Let me know if there's ever any other way I can help repay you with all that you've done for me. My very best to you, Pete. I can't thank you enough, Pete, for writing this to me. And you have no idea. This weird stuff has been happening since I started this channel, of just like timing on things. And I was just recently talking about a lot of male clients, and I had another conversation with another male client of mine and how they were afraid to reach out to me as well. And then I even have female clients that say that they're afraid to reach out to me because it's really, you know, it's not only that. I do want to make a point to what he's saying, though, that yes, and some of you males out there have been humiliated beyond measures. I've seen situations where a lot of you have tried to go and get some help with, you know, going to get a restraining order, and you get laughed at by the police and things of that nature, and you feel funny about it, and it's you know, it's one of those things where you feel strange about asking for help. But Pete's email comes at perfect timing today for so many different reasons to me. You have no idea. And the fact that you've talked about, and so many of you have talked to me about therapists. And as I've stated before, it's not to say that there aren't some good ones out there, because there are. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I am trying to get at, and what Pete understands, what a lot of other people understand, is that this is a kind of insidious, very hard to describe type of abuse that is existing within our society today, that is really difficult to even, number one, to talk about, number two, figure out what the heck it even is that just happened to people, and then number three, doing something about it to making sure you get the right help. And I've heard horror stories of people that have reached out to the wrong people for help, the wrong coach, the wrong therapist, and I hear about this stuff. And I know because I was once that person too, that was going to receive the wrong kind of help with people that were not understanding to this type of abuse. So I want to reiterate to all of you, please do not be afraid. This is a great email I received. I knew I had to make sure I read it to everyone. He asked that I did, and here we are. Don't be afraid to reach out to me so that I can go over my rates. I am the cheapest, okay? I am the cheapest coach that I can find. My rates are the most affordable. I actually don't know of any other coaches charging the rates that I charge. They're charging insane amounts, in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. That's their prerogative. That's, you know, my goal in this channel is to educate people, is to give people the knowledge and wisdom, and is to help in any way I can while I'm trying to make a living now doing this. And because there's a demand for this, and it's evident. And you know, I'm in it to help people. You know, I'm in it to help people. So having said that, again, thank you for writing to me. Your timing is impeccable. The conversations that have gone on in the last few days are really strange with a lot of people telling me some stories, and then I've heard of other people having this debate this week, and you know, this is something you guys know I'm very passionate about in terms of science and spirituality. And had I not lived with these people, had I not been around it since I was a kid, I wouldn't have I wouldn't have anything to talk about or like to stand on with this in terms of what I've seen, what I've been witness to, and you know, just the fact that it's so much greater than a lot of these doctors and so on and so forth. Licenses are going to get any type of schooling for. So anyway, yeah, don't be afraid, guys, to ask for help. My free help is this channel, as you guys know. And I think I have, I don't even know how many videos. It's well over 200 videos at this point that you guys can go through in the catalog and take a look at and get yourself some help. I've pretty much touched on every topic in terms of narcissism, except there's some that I still, I mean, there's a lot. There's always, I always say you could find a topic about narcissism until I'm in my 90s, and every day I'd still have a topic. But anyway, there's quite a large catalog of videos that you can look through and get yourself the help. If you can't afford to do coaching right now, or you can't afford to do groups or prayer and fast, but my rates are very affordable, so don't forget that. And you know, reach out to me for that. My email is tracefaceit@gmail.com. tracefaceit@gmail.com. I'm going to leave it open for a few minutes. I do have a client that I'm taking in, I can't see the time. I do have a client that I'm taking, oh goodness sakes, about 10 minutes here. So I'll leave it open to just get a few questions if anybody has them for me right now. I'd like to be able to help anybody that has a question. I agree, Catalina. I agree with you. Yeah. But, you know, it's one of those things that, like I said, I don't bother even discussing what I do for a living with friends and family, because what is the point? They don't understand it. Half the therapists, doctors, you know, lawyers, there's a lot of people in the, they don't even have a clue what this is and what we're dealing with. So it's like counterproductive to even try and have these conversations with people. It's got to start with us. Yeah, it's true. You tell people, they look at you like, yeah, deer in headlights. Like, what the heck kind of, you know, BS operation are you running? No, it's called, you know, We're putting an end to the BS operations, okay? We're actually putting an end to the BS operations. We're putting an end to all the caca baloney that's been going on, and we're not buying it anymore, you know? And we're done with these narcs, man. We're done. So, so this is good. This is a good thing. Yeah. Yeah. Let me see what you guys have got here. Yeah, it is a cop-out mentality, Missy. And it is pathetic. And it's absolutely a back-out, cop-out thing that they're doing. It's all about, yeah, I want to be able to get away with what I want to be able to get away with. That's the end. That's the bottom line. And that's the end of it. The beginning of it and the end of it. Let me get away with my narcissism. And anybody that comes into my path, it doesn't matter. I am a tornado and I will do my tornado thing. I'm going to wreck and destroy and ruin and be in absolute chaos. It's what I do in my lifetime. Anyone that comes into my path, you're going to get it. If you don't have the knowledge and awareness going on, if you haven't healed, if all these things. That's why, guys, it's really, really important to heal. It's very, very important to get the help and to get into a recovery type of program for this. And some of these old programs that are going on with domestic violence and things of that nature, it's not just domestic violence we're talking about here. It's narcissistic abuse. So a lot of poor people are going into these domestic violence programs, and some of them, yes, it's true. And some of that cycle, the cycle of abuse, it goes for the narcissism too. But the narcissism cycle of abuse it's got a few more steps added to it. A few more steps in there that we know of the cycle, you know. But yeah, absolutely. You guys, we're going to go into the winter months here. I was reading a comment over here about the pandemic, how it's, yeah, we're going to go into some months here of the unknown, just like we did last year or around the springtime, months of unknown. And for a lot of you, you might still be stuck in the house with your abuser. You might be just getting out. You might decide that you want out during these months. You might be stuck. You might be stuck with your own thoughts in your head because of this. So get the help that you need and you deserve, and get the support. And I've been through every stage you could possibly imagine, every type of scenario you could possibly imagine with narcissists, from the workplace to friends to family members to partners. I do focus a lot on the partners on my channel, but their tactics are all the same. It's all the same on how they do it, how they strategically. They're sitting around strategizing their next move, and that's how they're always doing it. So it doesn't matter what scenario it is, they're gonna do their thing, and they're gonna do it to the point where you're gonna be able to predict what they're doing. So and yeah, it does boil down to it sounds cliche, and it's like, oh please, we got to hear this again. But it boils down to you literally learning, after you've been with people like this for a long time, you don't realize that you have forgotten how to love yourself properly, forgotten how to respect yourself properly. And so it's relearning how to do that again. How to where do I even start? I'm exhausted. A lot of you start sessions with me and you're drained, you're exhausted. You don't even know what that is, or how to start, or how to love myself. I don't even know. I don't like myself right now. You know, a lot of you, when you start with me, you don't. And that's okay. I didn't like myself either for a long time. All right? It's about meeting people where they're at. And with this kind of abuse, people are at a lot of different stages when they contact me. So I just wanted to hone it in that you guys, without you guys, you guys were the support and help and recovery and you guys were my all those things. You guys were my foundation. You guys gave me, clarity and validation for all the caca baloney I had seen in my lifetime and been through. And so thank God for all of you out there that are sharing your story and commenting and spreading this awareness and sharing the videos and liking and commenting and subscribing. All that is helping. That all helps. All right. And don't forget, guys, don't ever forget that I have a website, tracefaceit.com. tracefaceit.com. Go to the website. Because God only knows, what the heck could ever happen with platforms. I want to get people used to coming to my website. And I'm working on getting the forum I have up there private so that you guys can share what's going on with you in a private forum through my website that will be managed. Okay? So don't get any ideas, narcos. You ain't getting on my website, narcs. All right? You're going to get the boot and block is what you're gonna get. Go take a bath in your own caca baloney. Okay? All right. Well, anyway, guys, I have to get to my appointment, and I love you all very much, and thank you so much, Pete, for your email. Can't even imagine the timing of that. And I will see all of you soon. I'll be back. As we know, I always got something to say about these narcs. I'm Traceface. It's time we all face the truth together.